Do you ever lie awake at night thinking about the future? Not planning it, not excited about it, just worrying about it. What will happen? Will things work out? What if something goes wrong? What if I make the wrong choice?
Yes, and the strange thing about this kind of worry is you're not thinking about something that has happened. You're thinking about something that hasn't happened yet. Maybe something that will never happen, but it feels completely real.
It feels real because to your brain, it is real. Your brain cannot always tell the difference between an imagined threat and a real one. So when you imagine a scary future, your body responds as if it's already happening.
Your heart beats faster, your stomach tightens, you feel a low, constant anxiety that follows you through the day.
And you can't quite enjoy the present because your mind is always somewhere ahead, somewhere uncertain, somewhere a little frightening.
So today we want to talk about this, why we fear the future, what that fear does to us, and how we can find a little more peace with the unknown. So, Mia, why do you think so many people feel scared of the future? Is it a new thing, or has it always been this way?
I think humans have always worried about the future. It's part of how we survived. Our ancestors needed to think ahead, to prepare for danger, to ask what if before something bad happened.
So what if thinking was actually useful once?
Very useful. What if there's no food this winter? That kind of thinking helped people prepare and survive.
The problem is, our brains still use that same system today, even when the dangers are very different.
Now, instead of what if there's no food, it's what if I fail my exam? Or what if I choose the wrong career? Or what if I end up alone?
And the brain treats all of those the same way, like threats, like emergencies, even when they're just possibilities, things that might never happen.
And the modern world makes this worse. We have so many choices now, so many paths, so many things that could go right or wrong.
Too many options can actually increase anxiety. When there's only one path, you follow it. When there are 100 paths, you stand at the beginning, paralyzed, wondering which one is right.
And everyone around you seems to know which path they're on, which makes you feel even more lost.
But of course, most of them are just as uncertain as you are. They just don't show it.
So what does this constant worry about the future actually do to a person?
The biggest thing, it steals the present. When your mind is always in the future, you can't fully be here, right now, in this moment.
You're physically present, but mentally somewhere else entirely.
And life happens in the present. The good things, the small joys, the warm moments, the connections with people you love, they all happen now, not in some future moment you're planning for.
So future anxiety is a bit like watching a beautiful sunset while looking at your phone. The sunset is happening, but you're missing it.
That's a really good image. And another thing future anxiety does, it exhausts you. Worrying takes enormous energy. Your brain works very hard to process all those imagined scenarios, all those what-ifs.
And none of that mental work actually changes anything. The future stays exactly as uncertain as before, but you feel completely drained.
It's like running on a treadmill. A lot of effort, no forward movement.
And I think it can also make you avoid taking action, because if the future feels scary, sometimes it feels safer to do nothing, to wait, to not commit to any path in case it's the wrong one.
And then nothing changes, and the uncertainty continues, and the anxiety grows.
Another uncomfortable circle.
A very common one. Let's talk about what-if thinking specifically, because I think this is where a lot of future anxiety lives.
Yes. What if thinking is when your mind keeps generating negative possibilities? What if I lose my job? What if this relationship doesn't last? What if I get sick? What if I'm not good enough?
And the mind is very creative with what-ifs. It can produce them endlessly.
It can, and each one feels urgent. Each one feels like something you need to solve right now. But you can't solve them because they haven't happened, and many of them never will.
Studies show that most of the things people worry about never actually happen. And even when difficult things do happen, people cope better than they expected.
Because humans are actually very resilient. We adapt, we find ways through, but when we're in the middle of what-if thinking, we forget that. We imagine the worst outcome and assume we couldn't handle it.
But you have handled hard things before. Think about it. Every difficult moment in your past you got through. You're still here.
Exactly. Your survival rate for bad days so far is 100%.
I love that. 100%.
And that's real evidence. Evidence that you are more capable than your anxious mind tells you.
So, how do we actually deal with this? How do we make peace with a future we can't control or predict?
I think the first and most important thing is to accept that uncertainty is not the enemy. Uncertainty is just life. Nobody knows what's coming. Not the most successful person you admire, not the most confident person you know. The future is uncertain for everyone.
And there's actually something beautiful in that if you look at it differently. Uncertainty means anything is possible. Not just bad things, good things too. Things you can't even imagine yet.
That's such an important reframe. We tend to fill the unknown with fear, but the unknown is also where good surprises live, where unexpected opportunities come from, where life turns in directions better than you planned.
Some of the best things in my life were things I never saw coming.
Same. Completely unplanned. And if I had been too focused on controlling the future, I might have missed them.
So what do we do practically when the anxiety comes?
I think the most helpful thing is to bring your attention back to today. Not the whole future, just today. There's an expression. It means take it one day at a time. It means don't try to solve everything at once. Just focus on what's in front of you right now.
What can I do today? What small step can I take today? What is good about today?
Yes, because today is the only place where you actually have power. The past is gone, the future isn't here yet, but right now, this moment is yours.
And another thing that helps, talk about it. Say out loud, I'm feeling anxious about the future. Just naming it reduces its power.
Because anxiety loves silence. It grows in the dark. But when you bring it into the light, when you say it out loud to yourself or someone you trust, it shrinks a little.
And often the person you tell will say, me too. And suddenly you don't feel so alone with it.
So if the future feels scary right now, that's okay. It means you care about your life. It means things matter to you. That's not a weakness. That's just being human.
But try not to live there and not uncertain future. Come back to today, to this moment, to what is real and good right now.
The future will arrive when it arrives, and you will handle it the same way you've handled everything before, one step at a time.
You don't need to have it all figured out. Nobody does. You just need to keep going.
And you are already doing that. Just by being here, learning, growing, you are already moving forward.
Thank you so much for listening today. We'll see you in the next one.
Take care of yourselves. Bye.
Bye for now.